let's say I'm at home right now, and I'm staying at home, and I'm dancing, I'm having fun, doing my thing, but I want to be like you guys. I have aspirations of getting out there, and I want to be dancing in front of stages. I want to be traveling the world. Maybe talk about that. Talk about the first time, and then maybe some tips of first time, how you felt, and then some tips on what it takes to get there.
Okay, cool. So the first time being back on stage was at the Yost. It was a pretty big crowd. Yost is always packed. Like, doesn't matter who the name is that's playing, it's always packed. And I hadn't been on stage for like 2.5 years, because after high school, like, I danced on See Some Hip Hop and we performed, but that was the last time that I had performed on stage was at CSUN, Cal State Northridge. And that was a huge performance. After that, I kind of like took a break, fell in with the wrong crowd, story for a different time. But after getting back on stage, like that feeling of just being in front of the crowd, and the audience isn't looking at the DJ, they're looking at the visual effects, like the background, the dancers, whoever, the characters that come out, like whatever it may be. Because, the DJ's, he's doing his thing, and of course they're here for him, but for like the visual aesthetic, like they're looking at the dancers. It's fucking awesome. Like having all these eyes on you, and then the first time being in front of a really big crowd, because I had never been in a crowd over like, a couple hundred people. The first time was in South Padre. I think it was called like All My Friends or something Friends Festival. And I just remember getting up on stage, and it was freezing, it was raining, it was windy, and I'm standing on these like 10-foot speakers in my fucking boots that are this high, and it's 15,000 people, like a fucking sea of people, and I'm just fucking going for it. Like, you're dancing, you're like, oh my God, I'm vibing with the people in the front row, I'm vibing with the DJ, like it just kind of overtakes your body. Like, and you just feel like you're on another fucking plane, like another dimension. Like, it's fucking amazing. So for anyone who does want to get into this, there's like really a couple routes you could take. You can go like the audition route, where you can audition for these big festivals, like, Ultra Angels. They have their auditions every December for like Ultra Music Festival all around the world. Or like EDC, Insomniac, they have their dancers and their auditions like, in March or April or something like that. And there's just a bunch of go-go teams you can audition for and go that route. But the route that I felt like helped me was more freelancing and just kind of putting together a dance resume, even if it's just you dancing at your college, like, your training, your, times on stage, whatever it may be, like just getting that together and sending it out to these clubs. And if you don't want to do clubs, like you want to go straight to the festivals, make a little dance reel of you doing your thing, like killing it, whether it's on stage or you're in your backyard, doesn't matter, like taking class, put together a dance reel and, send it out to these DJs, even if they're not big DJs, like they're not big names, they're just starting up. Somebody is going to be like, hey, I want you on stage with me because you're fucking unique. Or, I like the way you move. You're cute, whatever. Like, take the fucking shot. Someone's going to want you on stage. And when that happens, like, let's just say the DJ gets big or he just has a residency at some small club, that's your stepping stone. Like, that's your stepping stone into something else. Because you need some sort of experience to get up into like the higher end stuff. But, you also may get lucky and some big name DJ, like, someone is going to be like, hey, fuck it, I want you on stage. Like, Destructo has these twerk girls. I don't know if you've heard Twerkaholics. I don't know if you've seen them. But they go fucking off, and I'm kind of like jelly mode. Like, damn, I wish I was doing what they're doing. But that's, I don't know how that happened, how that connection happened, but like for sure somehow they reached out he saw them somehow and was like, I want you guys on fucking stage with me.
Yeah.
And that's like the key, honestly, to like, you know, getting these DJ gigs, unless you want to go the audition route, which is good too, because if you're a professional dancer and you have like 10 years of fucking training under your belt, like that definitely can pay more, and that can definitely like get you in like a more consistent phase of like performance. So either way, audition or freelance, that's, you know, they're both good routes to take as a dancer.
Lucy brings up a really good point about that, where it's like, just like submit to anyone. Like that's the biggest thing, especially like for both of us, where it's like, just don't be scared. Like that's like sets people apart. Like as long as you're not scared, as long as you're confident in yourself and how you move to, you know, to music, that's all you need. Like, because people are like, at the end of the day, if you have more confidence than people are intimidated by you, or like, you're gonna get through to that. That's what it is. Like it takes that bold personality to be like, hey, like, no, you do need me. Like, don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Like, even if you don't have that much experience, like, it's never hurts to just be like, hey, like, this is what I can do. Maybe this is something you want to. Like, that's the big thing too. And the other thing is like, other small steps always help. Like, you know, even just dancing a little bit every day. Like, you don't realize how much those little steps, like those little grooves, like how much those mean to you when you're at a festival and you're not thinking about it. And you're all of a sudden like, hey.
I'll practice this in front of the mirror.
Exactly. So that's how you get noticed. Like,
Totally
see your vibe, they see your energy, and they're just like, okay, like, let's vibe on that. Like, that's how, like, you bring that crowd in. Like, at the end of the day, a performer has to be able to bring in that good, like, they have to bring in the crowd. Like, they have to be able to keep your attention on the DJ, on the people that are on stage. So the more you're able to cast that energy out, it's like the more it projects and the more people are, you know, vibing off to it. Like, I literally think like the first time, like I want to say like my big experience was literally like 2 years ago with Dirty Bird East Coast. We literally just made like a giant like cypher in front of the stage. Like our little dance crew started it, and then it was like all of a sudden turned into like the entire like festival just made this giant dance crew. Like Claude was looking at us like,
and kind of talk about like how with social media now, Lucy, you're posting vids like every day, a new move, new form of dance, new like theme. You'll hit the Spanish, and then the next day you'll go in on some trap beats and then everything. And I'm like, yo, okay, versatility. And then you'll even post like, I think it's cool when you post on stage, but then you'll post yourself like at Coachella, like getting it right there, like on the rails, getting it as a spectator. You know, it's like both ends, loving both ends of it. So I think that's amazing. And then as you guys mentioned it, the culture of people around you, how like it's just cool to just like, you know, show love, like, because everyone is really just trying to make it happen. Obviously, there's only limited spots for certain gigs, but that shouldn't deter you. You should keep going and keep trying, because there is that point. And then you break through, and then all of a sudden, people are asking you, hey, how did you get there? How did you make it? I want to do the same thing. And then you're like, whoa. And then you kind of smile, because it's like, yeah, you know what? I worked really hard, and I endured a lot. And, you know, I even had those days when I was like down in it and probably was really close to giving up. But for whatever reason, something in me was like, nah, like, we're not going to do that. And sometimes that might be the person right next to you being like, get up. They don't know what they're missing. Get up. You know what I mean? Or somebody that from a that, like, sees you on social media and it's like, yo, this person has it.